Okay, I've had a request from one of the XRP community members who has recently joined MAM Pro Club, and I thought I would share this video also on YouTube. So the question was, do you think that XRP can go higher than $10? Um, yeah, the my answer is yes, and I will show you why I think that. Okay, so what I see is this move from 2014 to 2017. I see that as a five-wave move. Okay, now this being wave one, this being a valid wave two, even though this is clearly some kind of liquidity issue with an exchange. But you know, that's where the price went, so I have to account for that. This looks like the most impulsive move, which would make that a wave three. This would be a wave four, and this would be a wave five. So let's start measuring it. If we take a fib extension, we can see that this wick went way lower, okay? Way lower than any fib zones here. But if you look at the actual fib zones, you know, they were way past any of those retracement points when the price was down here. So this wick becomes even more valid because of that, okay? But if you zoom in and you look at where the bottom formed, the wick did not take out that bottom, okay? Which means that this wave one is still valid. Had it have taken out the bottom, then yeah, you couldn't really count it as a wave two, okay? Now look at this impulsive move up once we created that wick, okay? There's a huge amount of buy pressure. And within wave three, this is on the 2-week chart, bear in mind, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's measure this wave 4. But let's do it on a log scale. Where does it take you? Well, for a wave 4, you want to see the price come towards the 0.236 and the 382, and it does. You know, it's right there. Look at this price here. Perfect. Perfect on the 0.236. Okay? So that becomes your wave 3. And we'll change these colors so that you can see them better. And we'll do that as the... Oh. Let's go for a minor. There you go. And we'll do these as a primary. Okay, so your primary wave count is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And within wave 3, you've got a 5-wave move. Okay, so they're the sublegs. We've then got a 5th wave, and if we go on to the relative strength, you can quite clearly see that there was a bearish divergence. So we've got a lower high in the RSI, but on the price, we've got a higher high. Okay. So that's then wave 1 of a bigger move to the upside. Okay, so this then creates wave 1, and we'll actually change those. We'll go to intermediate just so that you can see it a bit clearer. Okay, so this whole move is wave 1. Now what comes after wave 2? Sorry, what comes after wave 1 is wave 2. Now my problem with wave 2 is that usually you would expect it to come into the 0.618 zone. Okay. if we change this to, it's on log scale already. Okay, fine. We haven't even come below the 50% range. Okay, so this is where I would expect a wave 2 to come in, and that would be anywhere around here. Now you're probably thinking, this is not looking good. Well, yeah, I mean, you have to look at it from a unbiased point of view, really. Again, if you have a look at this RSI in the in the most recent bull run, we've got higher highs, but look at the RSI. It's the same, lower highs, sorry. So there's potential that we could be coming into this green box, and that could take us as low as 1.5 cents. And that's not going to be a popular view at all. This could be a bear flag. It'll stick. It's on log view. It's not going to stick. Let me draw it. Right here. Okay. If this is a bear flag, then guess what? We can take this measurement and we can place it. And it takes us straight into our box. And if we measure it again, that's down into the more or less the zone of the 0.618. Okay. So the more I look at the chart, the more it says to me that wave 2 needs to come in. Okay. Now, if this chart is correct, which looks pretty good to be fair, this would then create a larger degree A, B, C correction. So we would have A, B, and C. And let's put that on log scale. You can see here that the ABC correction would take you into this zone here, which is the 100 to the 1.27. And that just so happens to sit right where the 0.618 zone is for an ABC correction. And that would be enough to complete wave 2. So this box, anywhere from 2.5 cents to 6.5 cents ish, 0.67 cents. And that doesn't even account for this wick here, because obviously we're taking a measurement from down here. This wick is not included in it, so you can't say, oh well, the wick was a liquidity issue. That doesn't count because I'm not even including that wick. So then we have a look at, we clean up the chart a bit. We have the ABC correction, which takes us down here. This is just simple analysis, guys. This is the C leg. Which completes wave 2. Now, what happens after wave 2 is that we finally do get wave 3. Okay, so how can we then calculate wave 3? Well, we know that this is the box that we want to come into. We know this is the 0.618. And we know that on the higher degree, a second wave would want to come into around the 0.618. It could come a little bit higher, but for confluence, we've got this ABC correction. And yeah, that's a nice zone for us to look at. What could possibly go wrong with XRP? Well, I mean, potentially we've got some narratives with the SEC. There could be something that goes horrendously wrong that we don't know about. I'm just speculating, but the chart says that we're coming down into this zone, which is about between 7 cents and 2 to 3 cents. Okay, so this box, this is the magic box. Bearing in mind this is on the 2-week chart, but look at it. It doesn't look bullish. What would come after this? Well, we would, in order to give ourselves an estimate of where wave 3 could come in, we could take it down to this box here. Let's say it comes in bang in the middle, okay, about 4 cents. Your target then is up here. It's a huge target. So when everyone's crying with misery thinking that it's dead, we've then got between $46 and $300 as a price target. And that's just wave 3, okay? We've then got a 5th wave after that. So how would we determine a 4th wave? Well, again, let's say that we come in around here and we say, let's say that we reach midway. Let's say we go midway between there. So that's $127. Now, this might sound insane to some people, but this is just how I'm charting it, guys. You know, you can see what I'm doing. There's no BS involved. This is just simple charting. This is wave 4, anywhere between the 0.236 and the 0.382. Okay, so between $5 and $19. Now, if you bought XRP at $100, you're going to be really, really annoyed if the price goes back down here, which I'm sure it probably will. Then we get another extension. Let's say it comes into the middle of that box. Wave 5 would be probably somewhere up here. And there is your red box. And that's it, guys. That is why I think XRP could potentially go way past $10. But right now, I see it going towards 3 cents. And if it does do that, this chart is probably going to be the best chart in history. And I'm not even blowing my own trumpet here. This is different to anybody anyone I've seen. No one's done this chart. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel and again in MAM Pro Club. If you want to learn how to chart properly and without any bias, then consider joining Pro Club. Thank you.